Good morning, world. It's your girl, Mawnin Spinelli. We are here a little bit early today because I got some things to tell y'all. And I'm about to just spill it out. Number one, check the fit. Check the fit. Look, I got my little wee on. My little berry. I got my little outfit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oui, mon chéri. That's the only thing I know how to say in French. You should have seen me in Paris. We went to the Louvre, right? And thank God for the friends that I made on that trip, because I didn't know what the Louvre was. And it's spelled funny and it was hard to pronounce. And I'm like, they're like, come on, Dom, we got the day off in Paris. We're going to the Louvre. I'm like, what? What is that? Whatever. They're like, it's just a museum. It's okay, screw it. It's a museum. Yo. The Louvre, number one, is a glass pyramid. And it's not a regular museum. The Mona Lisa's in there. There's a lot of stuff in there. Okay, we were in there for hours. You know, usually a museum, you're going to be in there for like an hour or two. We were in there for like 5 or 6 hours. And it's dummy packed. Multiple floors. And I'm talking just ridiculously packed. And we actually, praise God, we actually went during a down season. I couldn't imagine what the Louvre looks like in the summer. Actually, since we went, they actually gave the Mona Lisa her own room, because when we went, it's like a lot of open space, very high ceilings, art all along the ceilings, everything. And it's so intricate. Like, you can see the veins in the men's forearms from the floor. So if you're looking up at the ceiling, you could see the intricacy in the veins and the joints and the tendons and you're like, whoa. Never mind the statues. The statues look like they could take a breath. So when we went, the Mona Lisa was in the middle of a room. So we got lost trying to find the girl. Then we get there. No joke. I kid you not. Bruh, the Mona Lisa is this big. It's this big. So they got us in the middle of a room it has like the club, how the club has those little barriers. In the center, there's a separated wall with a picture this big on it. And we're in the little inside and we're walking around the thing in dummy pack. I'm talking like this. The rest of the room is moving freely, but because we're in the little constraints, we're in there like this, just trying to push to get up to the front to look at her. And she was still way more than 10 feet away. How far am I from this wall? Maybe about 15 feet away to see something this big. And then it's just strange, the society we live in, right? I'm guilty of this too. You get up to the front and it's like, okay, let me just take a picture with her. I'll post my picture with the Mona Lisa. It's around here somewhere, but I'm like, let me just get a picture with her. Like, get me out the line. I don't care that much. There was this one guy there, and I learned a lot about myself that day. There was this one guy there. He was maybe 2 or 3 people ahead of me. And again, we're in there packed like sardines. And he's just standing there, just looking at her. And he stared for at least, it felt like forever, but he was probably standing there for about 10 minutes, just looking at her. He didn't take a picture. He wasn't concerned with what was going on behind him in the line. Nothing. He just sat there and looked at her. I got to the front. I was like, here, take this picture. I told some random person behind me, I said, here, take this picture. Took a picture of me. I'm like, let me get a selfie with her. Ching. And that's it. She didn't do it for me personally. But I understand the value in the art, and that's why I should have stopped and like really looked at her for a long amount of time. But she was not the most beautiful thing in that museum, okay? The Louvre, oh my goodness, y'all. All that to say, that's the story behind the beret. So, oui, mon chéri. And then after that, we went to what was called the Happy Cafe. And this Indian man was trying to marry me. It was great. Mr. Mr. P, if you here, I'm ready. I'm ready to get married and move to Paris, because that's enough. That's enough. That's enough, Mr. P. I want to be happy and marry the man that owns the Happy Cafe and eat croissants all day and drink coffee. What a beautiful life. Okay, so that's that on my outfit. Next, tonight I will be at Celebrate Recovery. Celebrate Recovery starts at 5:30, but I think the actual program starts at 6. And I will be there tonight sharing my testimony about my story, my battle with alcoholism, and then just what life looks like now. And I pray that the Holy Spirit takes over, and that, you know, that it helps somebody more than anything. You know, for me, I've shared this story multiple times, and it's like every time I go to write it down, the same few parts, like, take my heart. So I hope that it does it for somebody else. Yeah. Yeah. So that's that. What else? What did I want to talk to y'all about? Oh yeah, the dating pool is trash. The dating pool is trash. I downloaded Facebook dating on Friday and deleted it on Sunday. I said after church, I was like, Lord, I don't even want to do it no more. Didn't they say my song, keep your eyes on me, keep your eyes on me? And I was like, yeah, Lord, I'm just going to focus on you because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't even want to play with these men in this app, like, you know? And of course there's that validation of like, oh, so many men like me. Whoop-de freaking do. Story of my life. Hallelujah. Like, they're men. Respectfully, they're men. They're going to like nice things. Everybody likes nice things. But do you value nice things? Do you follow who I follow, who would teach you how to value me? I got real questions these days. And because I have real questions, I don't know if I'm taking answers right now. I genuinely don't think so. Like, I just would rather be left alone. Even when I wrote the bio, like, my favorite part of social media is like writing my bios and stuff. And I went to write the bio, and the first thing I wrote was like, how did I end up on this side of the app? Like, I don't even want to be here. I don't even want to be here. I'm really not looking for nobody for real. And at the end of the day, whoever's for me is going to find me. So what am I even making myself? No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Then I gotta remember your name. How many times are we gonna go over how my day was? How was your day? How was your day? How was your day? Better than yours. Leave me alone. Like, I just, and I know it makes me sound mean, but oh well. And then the guys with the most like conversation and stuff like that all have kids. Respectfully, and I'm gonna put it out there right now, respectfully, I don't want no man with kids. If you see me with a man with kids, understand that he took on another kid when he started messing with me, because I'm the kid. I'm not working. I'm not doing nothing. I'm working for myself at home, and you're going to take care of me like you take care of your kids. Better than that, because some of y'all don't take care of your kids, but why would I be with somebody who don't take care of their kids? Like, that don't make no sense. But you hear what I'm saying. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You see me with a man with kids, understand, I'm the last kid. I'm the next kid. I'm not doing nothing but what I want to do, which means I'm going back to France. I'm going back to France and I'm working from home. You're going to support my dreams. And I'm going back to school too, on your dime. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm so serious. I'm so serious. All that to say, what do I need you for? What do I need you for? My Father in heaven provides all my needs. What you gonna do? Do you even follow him for real? Oh, I don't have time for it. I might come back to this topic, but I gotta lay this news down. I still got to do my job. Because right now, I don't have no man at all. Got to get this money on my own. Oh, my back. I laughed so hard I hurt my back. Oh, my back. No, for real. Yo, my back. Is that my hip? My hip? Come on, dog. All right, let's get it. You gotta get the happies out, because if you don't, sometimes it sounds really happy on the mic, and that's great. But like, so I be laughing, and then I go to read a story about somebody who got shot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you have to do it over. You sound way too happy. Like, okay, all right. Let's lay this news down. You dig? All government offices, schools, and banks are closed today in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. County courthouses are closed along with local city halls and the U.S. Postal Service. UT Martin, Bethel University, and Murray State and schools across the Ken 10 area are all closed today, but will reopen tomorrow. The next holiday will be Memorial Day. I still don't have no tissues in my office. I gotta tell Miss Cindy, I need tissues in my office. I'm just a little snotty-nosed princess. in all the ways. Okay, next. The deadline for candidates to file for the Democratic primary in Kentucky has passed. Several races in Fulton County will be contested, including the seat of County Judge Executive. On the May primary, current Judge Executive Jim Martin has filed for another term, with the ballot to also include County Magistrate Christopher Wade Adams. The winner will face Republican candidate Rob Coffey in November. So I read this one on my live this morning too, on the 9 Live, and I did the same thing. Why do I want to say Jim Coffey? Who is Jim Coffey? There's no J even around this that would make me want to say that. For whatever reason, my brain wants to say Jim Coffey. His name is Rob Coffey. And I'm going to Google him and get a picture for my brain, because that's ridiculous. That's the second time that happened. I don't know why. The brain is such a magical thing, guys. Like, I am so enthralled with how the mind works, and it's all from reading. And I'm like, yo, what is your mind doing? This paper had my full focus. I wasn't even thinking about anything else, and I still wanted to say Jim Coffey. Why? Who's Jim Coffey? All right, let me just fix my edit before I get too wrapped up. Yep, and you could hear it. I'm like okay, come on down. Rob Coffey. Okay. For the Office of Property Valuation Administrator, Chad Everett and Lance Jason Gibbs are on the ballot. For Fulton County Jailer, Fulton County Detention Center employees Robin Amberg and Elizabeth Easley are on the May ballot. The winner will face James Bridges in the November election. In the magistrate race for District 2, Zachary Greer, Michael F. Smith, and Michael James Cash are on the May primary ballot. The winner will face Republican Nathan Campbell in November. Magistrate for District 3 includes incumbent James Matthew Moss, Nathan Lyle Wilson, and Gregory Black. Magistrate for District 4 includes Jordan O'Neill and Christopher Garrigus on the May primary. The winner will face Republican candidates Brandon Uzzle and Jonathan Todd West, along with independent incumbent Lace Butch Busby Jr. in the November election. The May primary is in Kentucky on May 19th. Y'all should have heard me read that this morning. I did really well until I didn't. I was like, ooh, slow down, player. Slow down. Girl, let me love you. All right, come on. The Martin Finance Committee has filled 4 vacant seats after conducting interviews at their meeting last week. Mayor David Belote told us who was selected.
It won't be any particular order, and they are Chad Brewer, David Hart, Lori Miles, and Derek Barner. And congratulations to you all. Now, with that said, I enjoyed this process because not only did you come and want to be a part, but you also voiced, and you get to know people when that happens. And again, like we said from the beginning, the reality is that we can only move forward. The real reality is that there's a place for you. There's a place for everyone, and try to find that place.
The newly selected committee members. The newly selected committee members will serve beginning at the next meeting, Thursday, February 19th at 5:15 in the Public Safety Building in Martin. Okay. Yeah, I heard that snotty nose. I'm trying to tell you. Got that snotty nose. that is not a flex, though. You got an attitude and a snotty nose. It is what it is. All right, come on, play. It's Dolly Parton's 80th birthday with a proclamation last week from Governor Bill Lee celebrating her legacy. Numerous tributes have been shared, including Miley Cyrus, Lainey Wilson, Reba McEntire, and many others. Media tributes include the Rolling Stones magazine. Dolly Parton was born Dolly Rebecca Parton on January 19, 1946 in Sevier County, Tennessee, and was the fourth of 12 children. Her husband, Carl Dean, Dolly's husband of nearly 60 years, Carl Dean, passed away March 3rd last year at the age of 82. He died peacefully in Nashville. All right, let's fix what's broken. All right, take that space out. Girl, let me love you. $46. Okay, nice. Husband of nearly 60 years. Oh, what a dream. If I start today, we can make it to 100, baby. Who am I talking to? He's out there somewhere in a different universe. He heard me. All right, let's go. Next. The Tennessee Department of Safety is reporting a drop in traffic-related fatalities starting the new year. Going into this third full week of January, 25 fatalities had occurred as of last Friday. This number is down from 34 that had been recorded on January 16th of 2025. Statistics for the month indicated 6 senior drivers had died in accidents, along with 3 teenage drivers and 5 pedestrians. I know Tennessee better get it together because y'all got my insurance up, okay? And there's less of y'all on the road. Make it make sense. Construction has begun for the highly anticipated Fulton Amtrak train station. Director of Fulton County Tourism, Kenny Etherton, spoke with Thunderbolt News about construction.
The Amtrak station here is progressing. They have construction crews out there working on the platform to make it ADA accessible and get it ready. You know, this is one of the things I thought I wouldn't make it to retirement with the see through, but I think I'm going to see it through.
Mr. Etherton tells us what to expect at the new station.
The totally ADA compliant, which is a great thing for us, including the platform. It'll have elevators for people to be able to get up to the platform if they need it. And I mean, the station will be a brand new station. It'll be updated with new seats and waiting area and just a good looking building altogether. We'll have some a little memorial out there for former railroad employees that used to work in the community that helped in the beginning to try to help fund it. So it's just overall going to be a nice building, a great new feature to the community.
He goes on to tell us that the project has been paid for through grant funding.
The station itself is being paid for by a federal grant through Amtrak. There will be up-to-date, modern, clean bathrooms in the facility. They have a carekeeper out there now that's taking care of the facilities and plan on keeping one.
Okay. 2 Fayette County men have been charged in connection with an early morning shooting on Hughes Drive in Jackson. Monday, January 12th, Jackson police officers responded to a report of gunfire in the area of Hughes Drive near Northside Drive, while the residents were asleep inside with their children. No injuries were reported. During a search by the Jackson Police Department gang unit on a home in Moscow, investigators recovered evidence related to the Jackson shooting, along with multiple firearms and narcotics. The recovered firearms were submitted for analysis and linked to the shooting incident. 19-year-old Cameron Hullum and 19-year-old Nehemiah Shaw were formally charged Wednesday in Fayette County with felony narcotics and weapons offenses. They were arraigned in Jackson City Court on charges of attempted first-degree murder and employing a firearm during the commission of a dangerous felony Friday. Ooh, start thinking about your lunch. Start salivating. All right, come on now. Governor Bill Lee announced that the Tennessee Department of Education has received more than 50,000 new and renewal applications for education freedom scholarships. With approximately half of the applicants applying for income prioritized scholarships, families are encouraged to continue applying through January 30th. Almost all of the previously enrolled families have already applied to renew, indicating strong parent satisfaction. Push me and then there you go. So I can get my satisfaction. Do y'all remember that on Just Dance? Push, 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 push. No? Push, push, push. No? Push me and then just touch me so I can get my satisfaction. 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 No? Okay. I know Steve is probably like, what is wrong with her? A judge ruled Friday that Tennessee prison officials must grant expanded nominee. All right. Let's do it. A judge ruled Friday that Tennessee prison officials must grant expanded access to media members to view state-run executions. The AP and a coalition of news organizations sued on claims that state execution protocols unconstitutionally limit thorough and accurate reporting. Telling you, sometimes that jaw get lazy. There you go. Next. The lawsuit sought a judgment that the protocols are unconstitutional. I can hear it. Open your mouth. The lawsuit sought a judgment that the protocols are unconstitutional and an injunction to allow the press to see the full execution process. I could have kept it, but I'd rather be confident in what I post. So it's fine. Okay, where are we at? The grant ordered by Chancellor I didn't write this. Somebody else wrote that. This is not even, this is copy and paste. Granted by Chancellor Ayesha L. Myers. Temporary induction allowing media. Okay, let's just do what we have to do. The order was granted. Yes. The order was granted to make a temporary injunction allowing media members and other witnesses to see most of the execution process, the security procedures in place for those carrying out the procedures. With security procedures in place for those carrying out the procedures. Let me try to fix that. That'll work. Okay. Okay, and this one's going to be hard to read because, look, somebody printed it on something that's already been printed. I'm just saying. I'm making magic out here. You dig? The Tennessee Highway Patrol will be conducting a checkpoint in Obion County Wednesday. Troopers will hold a safety belt roadside checkpoint on US 45 West near the Obion River. The Highway Patrol will target those who are operating a vehicle without a seatbelt, along with taking corrective actions for other violations that are observed. Let's see. Right here. Okay. Nice. What's next? This one. Oh, I have finished. All right. I'm like super early today because I was just so excited to get on here. And the funny part is it's a holiday, so my regulars are not on here right now, but y'all be back. Y'all be back. All right, let's see. So I will do sports because I am in a mood. Leicester. All right, let's lay down the sports. One less thing I have to do later. Okay, and let's do it. Oops. All right, and let's go. Here's your sports news, a service of Wendy's and Martin. The Dresden boys basketball team looks for their first district win tomorrow night when the Lions host the South Fulton Red Devils. Dresden head coach Chad Levister told us what his team needs to work on.
I think even though it's been a struggle, has been good. It just seems like when things in a game start going different, our attitude's okay, but it seems like we resort back to bad habits. Or recently, also I'm leaning on freshmen to do a lot of my scoring, and that's just hard. And they're still trying to figure it out, and so we just got to have other people step up. But it's got to try to be more consistent throughout the game instead of just quit having that one bad quarter that seems to always bite us.
The Lions fell to 2-13 on the season and 0-3 in the district after a 66-42 loss to the Gleason Bulldogs. Coach Levister said Gleason was a tough opponent.
They just understand the game and understand each other because they played so many games together, and you could tell our young guys, they fought, but it's just they're not there yet. But yeah, man, Gleason's so physical and they can score, and then when Lemkuhl's making those outside shots, and then you have to come out and it kind of opens up inside. They're just hard to guard.
Tip-off for Dresden versus South Fulton will be tomorrow night, beginning with the girls' game at 6 o'clock. Air time begins at 5:40 on Mix 101.3. Boom. And I'm halfway through sports. Look at you. Look at you. All right, let's do it. The Tennessee Titans are searching for a new head coach. Sunday, the Titans completed interviews and 8 more candidates are expected in the second week of the process. This round included virtual interviews with Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley, and Steelers offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. Smith is a familiar name and face to Titans fans, having served as a Tennessee coach for 10 seasons in various assistant roles. He is in his 17th year coaching in the National Football League. The Titans also interviewed 5 candidates, all of which were previously head coaches. That list features former Falcons coach Raheem Morris, former Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel, former Giants coach Brian Daboll, former Cardinals coach Jonathan Gannon, and former Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy. There we go. Okay, so I have to do some cutting. Let me see. Oh, that one's actually good.
All of which were previously head coaches. That list features former Falcons coach Raheem Morris, former Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel,
Got it?
former Giants coach Brian Daboll, former Cardinals coach Jonathan Gannon, and former
Right here, cut this. Boom. But I think I had another mess up earlier. Let me see.
name and face to Titans fans, having hater Arthur Smith. Smith is a familiar name and face to Titans fans, having served as a Tennessee coach for 10 seasons in various assistant roles. He is in his 17th year coaching in the National Football League.
It's not terrible.
He is in his 17th year coaching in the National Football League. The Titans also interviewed 5 candidates, all of which were previously head coaches. That list
We can stop there. And F8. Okay, we're good to go. Keep going. We're almost done. Good morning, Miss Tracy. I said, where my regulars at? Are you off today? Everybody's off today, but the news don't stop. Former Murray State and UT Martin basketball coach Cal Luther has been inducted into the I don't want to say this word wrong. I think it's Valparaiso. That's what I think the word is, but let me Google it. Valparaiso. It could be Paraiso too. Pronounce. Let me see. Good morning, William. Good morning, William. Come on, Valparaiso. Okay, you got it. That's correct. All right, so let's do it. There you go. And we could just start right there. Into the Valparaiso University Athletic Hall of Fame. 4 individuals and 3 teams made up the 2026 Hall of Fame class, which was inducted on Saturday as part of the All Sports Reunion weekend. Luther was a basketball player during his time at Valparaiso, before his long and distinguished career as a collegiate basketball head coach. He got his start as head coach at DePaul, where he spent 4 seasons. His next stop was Murray State, where he won 241 games over 16 seasons, including 3 OVC regular season titles, and also spent 11 years as director of athletics. Coach Luther went on to coach 9 years at Longwood and 9 seasons at UT Martin before closing his coaching career with 1 year at Bethel University. During his career, he was a 3-time OVC Coach of the Year. Coach Luther is a member of the Murray State Hall of Fame, the UT Martin Hall of Fame, and the OVC Hall of Fame. He passed away in May of 2021 at the age of 93. All right, I think I got I got 1.5. All right, let's get it. No, I'm way over on my time. All right, let's wrap this up with the games tonight. I'm way over. Tonight for women's college basketball, Michigan takes on Vanderbilt. And in the college football national championship, Miami will face Indiana at 6:30. That's sports on WCMT, sponsored by Wendy's of Martin. I'm Dominique Spinelli. Booyah! All right, we're done here. Let me just do one edit and then we can be done. It's a weird breath there. Let me just be sure, because that's a really weird breath. Let me see. Right there. Boom. Okay, and we are done with this part of my day. Now I'm just gonna do a lot of copy and pasting and cutting in intros and outros and all that other stuff that's in my job description. So I will see y'all later. I've got news to write. Today is a very long day. Miss Tracy, I hope you have a good day. William, I hope you have a good day too. Yeah, I will see y'all later. Be great. And if you can, come to Celebrate Recovery tonight at Overflow. Yeah, it'll be a good time. Bye.